Dave, we'll start with Jack Walker if we can, and we'll start with your team selection-wise. How's he looking at the moment?
Yeah, Jack at the moment there's got a hamstring injury at the moment, so we look to sort of get him through there to today, but it doesn't seem likely, so he's not available.
Is that better or worse than you first feared though when you saw him hobbling around?
It's better than what we first thought. He was close there to play tomorrow night, but unfortunately he's not. But you know, they're an injury there that you've got to make sure it's right before you go on the field. So you know, I think he'll make I think he'll be right for next week. So it's not as bad as first thought.
That's a relief then, isn't it? I suppose, because like you say, hamstring injuries, very difficult ones, aren't they?
Yeah, it is, and also too we're trying to get some consistencies with the team week in, week out, and we haven't been able to do that, whether it's injuries or maybe suspensions. You know, again, it's paramount there that we look at, you know, trying to get that stability in this team week in, week out.
What about Brad Dwyer as well? How's he looking?
Yeah, he's you know, touch and go at the moment too. So I'm going to give him to tomorrow there to make the decision whether he can play or not.
Right. Okay. So he could possibly be involved then, which is positive news.
Well, we'll just see. I'm hoping that'll be the case, but you know, again, we'll just see with Brad. It was like a hyper extension of the elbow there, so you've got to be very careful. But I thought, you know, replacing him is Matt Parcell. Thought he was very good last week. You know, there's competition in positions which is healthy.
Yeah, and it provides opportunities, doesn't it, as well? You know, they get the shirt and then it's up to them to keep it.
Yep, yeah, spot on.
What about Conrad Hurrell as well? Where's he at the moment in time, having sat a couple out?
He's probably another week away. Connie, he ran today with the team, but it was mainly sort of controlled running, and it was with our physio.
How's he been in terms of having to sit them out? Is he frustrated? Is he chomping to get back involved?
Yeah, look, definitely. He's Connie's really enjoying his football. I know the Leeds fan are enjoying Conrad playing for Leeds, but I think too that, you know, that although we've got experience there with Callum, who I reckon is getting better. But you've got blokes like Harry Newman getting an opportunity there, like which is great for the club. But I think you know, with our strongest team, you know, Connie's has been, you know, I think he's a lot of metres for the club and for the team. So he's been doing a really good job and enjoying the footy. So he's a bit missed, but we've obviously got some players there that can go ahead and do the job for Leeds.
And your new boys in the country, in the building now, literally in the building, sat here, Ava. Could he be involved in any way, shape or form?
Have to see. He just got off the plane, you know, so it's we've got to be careful on that. But it's just great to have Ava here, and he's. I know he's going to bring some really good experience, some real punch in the middle. And I suppose the aggression there that I'm looking for in a forward pack. So it's great to have him here, but it's been quite a long flight for him. So we'll just have to wait and see. Is
that aggression something you feel you've been missing then? Not in a criticism of your players you already have here, but is it something that you did feel you needed to add?
Each player's got their own style. I just you know, I've kept an eye on Ava for a while. Even before I arrived here, you know, I was having a look at Ava, so just great to have him here. As I said, each of our players here have got a different style. I do like the forwards to be aggressive, obviously smart about that, but be aggressive. So we have got that. We're just going to have a bit more of it.
And if he's not involved, like you say, because it is a quick turnaround for him, it'd be a great game next week for him to come into, wouldn't it, with the Challenge Cup and Bradford?
Yeah, look, all focus is on tomorrow's game, and that's to I suppose to keep our form, I suppose. We need to keep winning. We've got a good challenge on our hand. Salford are probably one of the informed teams, so it'll be a good test for Leeds, and then we'll concentrate on the Challenge Cup. But I'll certainly tick off tomorrow, and then we'll be putting the strongest possible team there for the Challenge Cup.
How much do you feel Salford have improved since when you last faced them and obviously got your first win under them?
Yeah, look, some of the games there, they're unlucky against Wigan, beaten Warrington. They've beaten some really good teams. So we know where we need to be at our best, and obviously their threats. Obviously Hastings and Louis there at the halves, they're very threatening. Lussick at 9, they've got some Jones. They've really got some strike. Inu's, like he wasn't there when we played him last, but we've just got to concentrate on handling their threats, and then playing the style that we've been accustomed to, but holding it or sustaining it for longer periods. We talked about our second half last week, the areas we need to work on. Had a really good controlled first half against Hull KR. As I said, longer periods, that's what we're looking at, and each week we look at areas here we need to improve on, and that's one of them.
What does that come down to then, sustaining it, do you think? Is that mentality? Is that fitness? Is it concentration? What can you put your finger on?
No, it wouldn't be fitness. I'm pretty happy where the squad is at the moment. Concentration is one, but also too, we've seen those patches there where we've just sort of fallen off is when we're in front. It's just about what I call foot on the throat type mentality there that we need to nail. We were up 22-0, and if you have a look at the start of the second half, I just thought we probably looked to. We're looking for more points rather than just sort of trying to get ourselves in a real good arm wrestle. Hull KR were always going to be a type of team there to come back into it. So they're the games there we've got to learn from. So definitely Salford is a game there that we need to have those longer periods playing the style we play. And then obviously if we do have an error, the pleasing thing has been good has been able to defend it, but you can't keep doing it. And that's a focus area there as well. So whether that's concentration, I think at the moment there it's a accountability on the individual. Just making sure that they're making the right decision for the team.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.
How important is it to have Nate Petteru and Wellington Albert back available this week?
Very good. Fresh bodies. We've had that Easter period there, and I still think, when I call it a danger game, it's just we're looking at 4 games in 2 weeks, so it is important to have those fresh bodies for tomorrow's game. So those two have been very good for our team. Nate being in the starting pack, and he's been doing a very good job.
How much of a challenge have you set for the team to get back-to-back wins in the league for the first time this year?
Look, it's a good challenge. We've got to look at the process first, and what we've got to start well against Salford. We've obviously got to defend well, as I mentioned before. There, just being able to sustain the way we want to play for longer periods. Just have a real good, strong mentality there to put the foot on the throat and probably nail a 70-80 minute performance. That's what we need to, and we're going to have to do that against Salford. They're very, as I said, they're I think a very informed team. We just got to match them.
You mentioned after the game the chances that Harry Newman missed against Alkmaar. The lads have been giving him a bit of stick out there. Does that show his transition, that he's not a young lad that people just brush under the carpet, that there's a level of expectation that's on him now as a talented young player? I
think so. I think the best way to describe with Harry, look, he's full of energy. He wants to learn. He's a competitor, and it was just one of those games that, as a young player, just getting into first grade, that those sort of games are going to happen. But you've got to learn from those mistakes. I think Harry will, and and I think you'll see a better performance out of Harry for tomorrow. But the stick, I think, was more aimed at I think he thought the sideline was a try line, so he got 3 tries. But I like his energy, and the players do as well. So I think the big thing for Harry is just to go into a mindset there of defence. He's in a position there that gets asked a lot of questions in defence, both sides, in that centre position. But he's someone there that just needs to keep working on that part of his game. He's a natural ball runner. That's something there that that comes natural to Harry. It's just about that positional and keep working at that. With
Jack missing out through injury, presumably your half-backs will change again. Is it disappointing that you can't get some consistency there due to other injuries elsewhere?
It's been tough, but we talk about a squad. So if a player gets an opportunity there to take that spot, well then he's got to play to his best ability. I think we find that each week we're coming out with a lot of energy and playing some good football. But to really nail those moments there and being more consistent with the ball, it's great to have the same spine week in, week out. We haven't got that, but certainly the makeup of the spine has been in that position before. So I'd expect they'd be playing with a lot of confidence there tomorrow.